Okay, so it is finally dried, and as you can see, it's still, the black still bleeds out a bit. That's normal. That's okay, because this is the first layer. This is where I apply the second layer. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as you can see, this the shield has dried up. Make sure that there's no particles on it. Make sure you review each part after you finish painting. This is the first layer of paint, of course. So let's begin with the second layer. Somebody on Facebook commented that good luck removing the black when you repaint it the next color over. Well, as you can see, it came out pretty well. A very, very nice, lightly pre-shaded kit. What do you think of that? Of course, we're going to let it dry, and then I'll review it again if it needs another pass or whatever. Let's do this one, of course. A second layer will cover up whatever other parts of the kit you've forgotten to repaint, or that still shows off. Usually those little specks that was being produced by the airbrush when I was doing the pre-shading. Granted, of course, when you're pre-shading, if you have a very, very good airbrush, you don't have, and it's very precision, you don't have to worry about the black paint or any paint being splattered all over the place. This airbrush, as good as it is, I've been meaning to replace it. So I'm actually hoping that when I go to MosquitoCon, I'll find a better airbrush. I've seen some new ones from Iwata or Badger that I've been eyeing myself on, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. So let me show you this. And this, as you can see, is a side-by-side comparison. Again, I don't know how the light looks, but it looks pretty good. The whole purpose of course pre-shading is to give it that extra depth of look and detail that's kind of hard to do with regular hand brushing. And here's the other one, of course. And I keep forgetting that when you airbrush a color like red, it gives it a nice soft pink. I like that. Man, that came out pretty good. So, that's the idea. Let me finish up painting all the parts again, repainting it, reviewing it again, and we'll do a final review of all these parts. I'm waiting for the paint to dry on the white parts. The last parts that I have to paint happens to be the blue parts, or the navy blue. And I've decided to use number 5, Mr. Color. But I thought maybe it would be a good idea not to use a white primer or a gray primer. Instead, I'm going to use the black primer, because I wanted to give it that extra darkness on it, especially with this color tone. Therefore, okay, so what I did was, I did a concentration of color blue in the middle part of the area, and then of course I lightened it up outside, so it does give you that two-tone color look to it, like appreciating of the dark. This is an example right here, what it looks like, black and blue. Let's try another part here. Using the reflection of the light, I'm seeing how, you know, where the paint is landing on the part, and pinpointing the concentration of the paint, so I don't go over the edges. Sorry if I'm not putting this in the right angle. I'm just trying to get the light right. Here we go. Then I'm just going to do normal pass. Yeah, that came out pretty good. I noticed a little bit of wetness here. Hopefully, I'm going to give it a few moments and I'll give it another pass to even it out. But you can see where I'm going with this. We'll do one more part. This is actually part of the backpack. Now I'm doing the inside of the back because I know for some odd reason this may be affected inside, because certain parts will show off from the reverse side of the kit. So I want to make sure that I cover all bases here. I mean, I could be wrong. Alright. Came out pretty okay. So, let me finish up the blue parts. There's very few, not even almost 10 parts here. The backpack here is the inside, and I don't know how much it will be exposed, but I'll do the best I can, of course. But let me do all this, and then we'll review the parts painted. Well, there it is. All the parts have been painted and pre-shaded. That was a lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of double work. A lot of cleanups and mishaps. A lot of redos, because sometimes when you pre-shade and you paint white, certain shadows will kick in and it makes it difficult for you to see in what angle, and then you think, oh, I missed one, or I didn't miss one. And you know, right now, even as I'm displaying the whole thing right here, not all of it, because here's the remaining parts here, which I can't fit on the table, I'm noticing some parts that need to redo, like over here, that needs a little bit of a little blast here. I know that I'm going to be blasting a little bit of white, off-white, excuse me, on a few parts, but I want to show you guys this before I commit to assembling. Here's an example here of the shield, which has already been pre-shaded. As you can see how faded the line looks. On camera, it's kind of difficult to see. I did take a photograph, and I will post it on Facebook so you guys can see that as an example. But yeah. This came out really good. The blue parts also came out pretty well as well. Let me pull out a few. As you can see, it has that two-tone look. It's barely noticeable, but it's there. During the course of the build, I thought, let me just change up a few things here and there, and build, excuse me, a paint job. And again, now these are the white parts here that I also painted. Not much. I was leaning towards painting the inside silver. And as an example, I took one of them and put it on the thrusters, and here it is. And I'm glad I didn't do it, because I think it will throw off the kit a bit further if I decide to do a silver intake. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. White's fine. The one thing that I did paint silver was this, the little round thingies, which is part of the aesthetics of the backpack. I think that one was required, and it looks a lot easier that way. So I used Luxon, chrome for Luxon, which, speaking of which, I need to get myself a shitload of chrome, or, you know, because I'm out of it. I had a lot, now I'm down to like maybe half an ounce. So, I mean, half an ounce is a lot in more ways than one, but I need to pick up more, go to the nearest hobby store. Well, the hobby store that I used to go to has moved, and I have to prepare a trip to go see the guy to see if I can get some more Alclad. Either way, I could probably either order it online. But yes, everything you see here is done. Inner frame, done. Blue, done. I think it's about time we put this guy together and see how it looks.